take heed of my French doors. Wooden floors, they look better without uninvited footprints, uncouth glints, presents that unwrap messily by other tongues than my mother's, unless spoken by her ilk. Silk.
In Western culture, there are these myths that we hold that we don't talk about. They're out there all the time, they completely permeate our culture, but they're just not talked about. And one is about this myth that there is pure evil in the world. This idea that evil exists in its pure forms, always in the people who oppose us. So Saddam Hussein becomes a being of pure evil, right? The Taliban become beings of pure evil. Or Hitler becomes a being of pure evil. I'm not saying these were not horrible people and reprehensible things that they did, but whenever we can begin to say that any one person is not like us, that they are in fact purely evil, then it begins to open up the license to employ the second great myth, which is the myth of redemptive violence. The idea that we can somehow redeem people by killing them, that we can redeem situations which are difficult by bringing violence in those situations.
We see a portrayal of Civil War agents as greedy and evil, and we see clearly, if you make a discourse analysis of those portrayals, you clearly see the portrayal of the source of war and violence located in the local evil. Why do we see this transformation? And I think there's a logic to it. There's a logic and there's a need to position for a geopolitical disconnect, to cast blame and responsibility at the level of the local.
Ik wil mij niet meer opsluiten. Opsluiten vanwege alles wat ik moeilijk vind om te vertellen. Ik wil niet meer rennen. Rennen voor een wereld die ik niet begrijp. Ik wil mij niet meer verbergen. Verbergen voor wie ik ook ben. Ik wil niet meer bang zijn. Bang zijn voor de donkerte, bang zijn voor de nacht, bang zijn om door mensen verstoten te worden. Als de wereld mij daardoor vreemd vindt, laten ze mij vreemd vinden.
So it's a very depoliticized and very moral tale of evil and good that serves a purpose, because there is a need to impose this geopolitical disconnect, to not tell the story how much violence is interconnected to neoliberal capitalism and to post-colonial political infrastructures. That is a very unwelcome story for a number of important powerhouses. So that's kept out of the storyline.
But the truth is, no one is purely evil. And the truth is that no redemptive violence will ever bring peace. Violence doesn't bring peace. It brings usually the seeds of more violence. And those two myths, if they're not confronted, will just continue to dominate our lives and our cultures. And we'll have all of this violence that continues from it.